Hey there, and welcome to Workforce Pulse, the podcast for recruitment and staffing founders who are ready to grow, scale, and shake up the industry. I'm your host, Kirutika Munusamy, and I'm so glad that you're here. This is where we have real, no nonsense conversations about what it takes to build a thriving business in recruitment and staffing. Forget the fluff. We're all about strategies that actually work, shared by the people who've been there and done it. A quick shout out to our sponsor, Ambrosial Automations. At Automations, we are kind of your behind the scene growth partner. We help recruitment and staffing businesses streamline their operations, bring in quality leads, boost sales, and scale, all without the risky upfront costs. We work on a revenue share model, so we don't succeed unless you do. If you're curious about how it works, head over to ambrosialautomations.com for a free 12-month growth plan that is tailored just for you. All right, let's dive in. Joining us today is Vijay Chetty, the president and CEO of VJC International, a firm dedicated to helping businesses find top tier talent through strategic hiring solutions. With years of experience in this industry, Vijay has built a reputation for bridging the gap between companies and exceptional professionals, ensuring the right people are in the right places. Vijay, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome, and thanks for having me.
Yes, the pleasure is all ours. So, Vijay, tell us more about yourself, your background, and the role within VJC International.
All right. Well, I prior to launching my firm, my staffing firm, I worked as a senior executive managing HR and financial functions for a large global company.
Hmm.
So I honed a lot of experience and skills, specifically dealing in the HR domain. And obviously, within the HR domain, one of the most critical aspect of the domain is talent acquisition. So after parting ways, after 25 years of work with my last employer,
Hmm.
I decided to launch this recruiting firm. Since always a passion of mine, and I wanted to continue with it.
Hmm.
I'm considered, or I like to be considered, a people person.
Uh-huh.
And I think this platform allows me to do that, to wake up every day, not only on the client side, talking to my lovely clients, but also on the candidate side,
Yeah.
building relationships there is critical for our business. So I have, within the scope and scale of our firm right now, we have got very streamlined processes, both in relationship with our clients and on the
Hmm.
candidate side.
Great.
So in a nutshell, the company itself, I've taken a lot of pride in myself and my team, or my team and I, and we try to continuously improve. We're
Hmm.
not the best of the best. We want to be the best of the best, but it's a process. We are diligent about, sort of improving ourselves, our processes, and how we can go to market seamlessly.
Yeah. Got it. Got it. So, what are some big trends that you're seeing in the industry right now?
Well, on a macro level, Kritika, the staffing industry, I had Googled when I had first launched the company to
Hmm.
sort of understand the scope and the scale and the size of this industry. It was listed at $440 billion industry.
Hmm.
And I think over time, I read some reports up to last month that it is sort of targeted to be around $650 billion industry. So it's a huge industry to play in. I think that AI is going to play a very critical role
Hmm.
in this industry, whether it be with recruiting agencies like ourselves
Yeah.
or with in house talent acquisition teams.
Got it.
Now, having said that, the traditional methodology of sourcing qualified candidates whose skills and experience aligns with the essential requirements of the role is still going to be, really a valuable tool for recruiting companies and also for companies that have in-house talent acquisition teams. So I don't think that's going to go away. I think you'll see a lot of automation in the industry, and
Yeah.
that's a big welcome. We're going to harness that. We're going to welcome that. But in the same token, the traditional methodology will, I think, in my opinion, will never go away because we categorize candidate sourcing in two pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Pillar one is you have active candidates that are looking for work.
Yeah.
And we have passive candidates that are out there that are not in the market looking for a job. And that's where recruiting agencies really thrive because they're able to, A, uh, solicit these candidates that are passive, that are not looking for work, and
Yeah.
sort of excite them about the opportunities that we have and try to get them on board. I think
Yeah.
that will not go away.
Right. Got it. Okay. So, what would you say are the big challenges for VJC International?
That's a good question. I never view anything as a challenge. I see it
Mm-hmm.
as an opportunity.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, having said that, I we are relentless in sort of client acquisition initiatives that I generally do from a business development standpoint. But this business, long time ago, a good friend of mine who is in the business as well told me that this recruiting agency business is more of a relationship business,
Yes.
and I think that is such. I've experienced that is such a true statement.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do some cold calling. Those are the challenges we have. Our response rates on the cold calling or the cold touch to prospective clients is not as great,
Mm-hmm.
but our client retention rate is very high, which means that we are doing something right,
Yeah.
right? And I think last year, uh, I don't want to speak for other recruiting agencies, but there was a slowdown, and it's joined to the hip with a lot of factors.
Yeah.
You know, every aspect of the economy, every other thing you can imagine is affected with staffing.
Yeah.
When there's growth, there's a big demand.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a downsizing, there's also a demand.
Right.
Okay, so you gotta be opportunistic. You gotta take the opportunity and sort of understand where these variables are. I
Got
think
it.
that's my opinion.
Yeah. So all challenges are opportunities for you. Got
Correct.
it. Okay. So, are there any big initiatives VJC International is working on at the moment?
Well, our biggest initiative right now is to try to jump on this AI wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, understanding the dynamics of that AI platform is going to be critical. I understand that. My team understands it, and we got to embrace it. So
Yeah.
that's one of our biggest initiative that we are embarking on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other big initiative we have is to how we maintain the brand of the company, both on the client side and the candidate side.
Yeah.
So I'm continuously telling my team, whether it be communications via email, via phone, via LinkedIn messaging, there has to be that upholding of the VJC International brand. So if that answers your question. And then the other thing that we are really striving really hard to do, and it's a continuous improvement, is really understanding our clients' business models,
Yeah.
whether it be growth, whether it be right sizing, technology development, product development, supply chain management,
Mm-hmm.
customer initiatives, whether it be for existing customers, current customers,
Mm-hmm.
or rather new customers or emerging customers. So there
Yeah.
are three levels of customers. So understanding that, I think, is going to be is an ongoing initiative for us.
Yeah.
And I must say the clients that we work with are very transparent, which is great to understand the dynamics behind their business, their people
Yes.
dynamics, their process dynamics. So I understand that, having worked in a multinational or a global firm,
Mm-hmm.
I understand the value of short-term plan, mid-term
Yeah.
plans, and long-term plans.
Yeah.
Okay, for any company to succeed in those three levels, you need very good processes and you need
Right.
people to generate profit. So there
That's
are
right.
three P's.
Yeah. Got it. So, can you tell us more about the subsectors you focus on in the recruitment and staffing industry? Whether you do technological recruitment or whether any other kind of manufacturing, what all areas do you serve?
That's a good question. Our firm, if I were to say, we are almost 85% in the industrial manufacturing space.
Okay.
So, in virtually all verticals of manufacturing, whether it be, chip design to
Mm-hmm.
military type products to robotics to
Mm-hmm.
medical devices, semiconductors, you
Yeah.
name it, I know that business. I know industrial manufacturing very, very well. And I know how these companies operate and what they need for people.
Yeah.
So that's where we thrive in. And having said that, in terms of disciplines, meaning the types of jobs, we also have hired from CFOs to VP of HRs to VP of sales to quality engineers, mechanical design engineers, embedded engineers. You
Mm-hmm.
name it, we can do it.
Great. Great.
Right? We are
Okay.
very agile. We are very agile organization. We are very swift. We understand the attributes of the candidates that our employees are seeking,
Yeah.
the skills they're seeking, the experience they're seeking. So we go to work based on what they need.
Got it. Got it. That's a great motto to have.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
so what opportunities lie ahead for VJC International this year?
I think opportunities do are being sort of looked at right now. We started the year. I
Mm-hmm.
had put out a nice message on LinkedIn saying, "Okay, we are ready." So doing a lot of marketing, trying to meet different sectors in the industrial manufacturing space.
Yeah.
And I think for us, we see a huge opportunity. We see that there are certain new clients that we have sort of onboarded that are growing.
Mm-hmm.
Private equity firms are busy with a lot of M&A sort of activities
Mm-hmm.
that is going to create more demand for workers,
Yeah.
whether it be technical or what have you. So I see a lot of opportunity for growth
Mm-hmm.
for our firm, and I'm hoping the same growth for other companies or other recruiting agencies. I wish them the best. I think this is going to be a challenging year, but there's a lot of opportunities to be had.
Yes. Okay. So, what about the priorities and goals that you have set for yourself for this year?
Well, our goal is obviously, in any business, you have, your targets on revenue side. So
Yeah.
we have targets. We have a budget that we try to adhere to
Mm-hmm.
and to achieve or exceed those budgets. That is our plan. We are also on the employee training side. Our recruiters are receiving continuous training. There are lots of job boards out there, platforms out there. So the
Mm-hmm.
creativity in recruiting is very, very key. So a recruiter sitting at a bench cannot rudimentarily, sort of recruit for people.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 hours goes in, you can't find a person. You got to get more creative because
Yes.
that's your job,
Yeah.
right? So creativity in recruiting is very, very critical, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Okay.
Got it. Okay. And what about the other than that? Do you have any other priorities or goals set for yourself?
Um, I like to get my golf score a little lower
Uh huh.
than 85 or 90s. So that's, jokingly saying that. But yeah, the goals are simple. The goals are very simple. I keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a great relationship with my existing clients and my new clients. You know, continuously trying to harness that relationship is going to be key for our business. Going out and meeting people, I think that's something that I'm going to try to do more of.
Okay.
So, and this is a clear evidence the fact that I'm having a podcast with you.
Yes.
I think that is a goal I had for a long time, but
Uh huh.
and thanks to you to bringing this into fruition. So I appreciate that.
The pleasure is all mine. I mean, honestly, to talk to such industry leaders on the podcast, that's something that I would take pride in. So uh, I would like to express my gratitude as well. Okay. So, what about the VJC International's vision for the next 2 to 3 years?
We want to have steady growth. We want to have both client satisfaction and candidate satisfaction.
Right.
Okay, if we are able to achieve on those two pillars, we are winning.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. Okay, so we are trying our best to maintain those levels of satisfaction
Mm-hmm.
on the client side and on the candidate side. I think that's a recipe for success for us.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And so that's a wrap for today's episode of Workforce Pulse. Huge thanks to our guest Vijay for sharing his incredible insights on all the topics. Now, before we go, Vijay, where can people find you if they want to connect or learn more about your work?
I am very active on LinkedIn when I have to be. That's a great area to reach me, I think, and that is probably more accessible for many.
Yeah.
And all of my information is on LinkedIn. You could Google me as well. That's fine. We have a website. You can go to our website. So yeah, I encourage anyone, whether you're looking for work or you're a client that is looking for a top-tier recruiting firm to assist you, VJC International is there for you.
Great. Perfect. So make sure you follow Vijay on LinkedIn and check out VJC International's website. To our listeners, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And one more time, if you're stuck in the grind of manual processes or struggling to grow, we can help you optimize operations, bring in lead that convert, boost sales, and scale without the upfront risk. Head over to ambrosialautomations.com to get your free custom 12-month growth plan. All right, that's it for today. Thanks again, Vijay. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you.
Let's build, grow, and keep the workforce pulse alive. See you next time.
Next time. Thank you again.